because he is out of tonight's game after suffering an ankle injury that happened during the warm-ups. The news coming about 15 minutes before the game even started. Mark McClune joins us in studio with more on what this means for the rest of the season. Also, Mark, I got to ask you, you were in there during the warm-ups. Did you see it happen?
I actually saw him on the floor, but he got up and he came over and he kept shooting, and then he went and signed autographs and did not think a single thing of it until we looked at our phone right before tip-off and realized he wasn't going to play. The Suns tweeting out that he was out tonight. Kevin Durant would not make his debut, so ran back to the station to get ready for the extra point, changing things around. But simply put, welcome to Arizona sports. Tomorrow marks 1 month since Kevin Durant was traded to the Suns, and fans still waiting to see him play on the home court. The injury happened during warmups. Take a look at this shot from our friend Kellen Olson over at Arizona Sports. It was kind of under the graphic there. I don't know if we can drop the graphic, but you see him roll his ankle right there, pretty bad. It looks like the ankle. Here, take one more look. And you see it kind of buckle right there again. He got up and went to the other side of the floor where I was standing. Here's Nick King's shot, and he went down to the floor. But again, got up, finished his pregame warm-up. Fans were already in their seats or on their way into the arena when they learned Durant would not be playing tonight. And here's what some of them had to say when our cameras patrolled the Footprint Center when the news broke that Kevin Durant would not be making his Suns debut.
I was in the car parking in the garage, and I was really disappointed. I couldn't believe it. I got these jerseys just for ready to watch him play, and I'm disappointed to see that he's not playing tonight.
Man, I'm super bummed out. Like, I've been waiting. I saved my money, good money. I got good floor seats out there to watch the game, so I'm super bummed out he's not going to be playing, but I'm going to grab a drink and still enjoy myself.
It's pretty upsetting to come out here. I'm from Cave Creek, Arizona, and so that's pretty far drive. I had to carpool just to get here. Not happy to hear that Kevin Durant's out. Pretty heartbreaking.
Oh, man, you feel for the fans, certainly. So the Suns are back home on Saturday to take on the Kings. Will he play in that game? Then they go to Golden State on Monday. The Milwaukee Bucks come to town on Tuesday. All games that Kevin Durant could play in, couldn't play in. We're going to take Monty Williams' press conference here live tonight on Arizona's Family and have a complete wrap-up on the extra point at 10:35. At last check, the Suns were up 54-47 on the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Devin Booker had 27 points. So they're winning without him. But, man, you hope this is not serious.
News out of Phoenix after rumblings that KD could be shelved into the playoffs?
I think it is, Joe. And what I'm told is the approach from Phoenix is very similar to what we saw after the All-Star game when Durant was returning from that injury that had sidelined him for a while. They weren't going to rush him. They, of course, wanted to have him back when he was ready, but they're going to err on the side of caution. And what's true then is true now. They're pretty well ensconced in a top 4 spot in the Western Conference. They feel real good about this basketball team, especially in the regular season. Even without KD, they were very good, obviously, before he joined. You noted only 3 games. So he'll be back at some point. I think it's relatively positive. Obviously, you don't want Kevin Durant to be hurt, but they're not talking about the postseason. And I anticipate, based on what I'm hearing, Joe, is they're going to take their time, make sure he's okay, as close to 100% as possible, so when the playoffs roll around, he's good to go.
All right, let's go big picture here for a moment. Where are you at on the 13-time All-Star from 30,000 feet? World-class talent when available, but lower body issues mounting in the season since that Achilles tear. Yes, this was a freak thing in warm-ups. Do you simply chalk it up as that, or is there something more?
Bill Parcells, NFL side, said people tell you who they are. Listen, and Kevin Durant has told us he's a world-class player whose presence makes you a contender. He's also told us that there's a lack of reliability at times in terms of his health. It is a freak accident, but we've seen these things before. So I'm all in on the Suns, Joe, and I think the if has to be capitalized and highlighted under a spotlight, if he can remain healthy for the 2 months, basically, that a successful postseason run would add up to.
Yeah, you take a look here at some of the numbers in such a short sample size. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, a new dynamic duo in more ways than one. Durant not likely to have much more acclimation time with his new teammates, Booker included here prior to the playoffs. They look to be gelling just fine there in the 3 games that we've been privileged to. Is this still the favorite in the West if Durant is coming into a playoff competitive type scenario flat-footed?
Yeah, you said it. None of the Kyrie Irving growing pains in Dallas, none of the Russell Westbrook growing pains, or maybe it's just pains with the Clippers, his new team. They are exceptional with Kevin Durant, and I think they are absolutely the favorites if he's healthy. You said it. It's a freak injury. If he comes back, if they take their time, if there's not another injury of some kind, the Suns are, I think, the huge favorites. I don't even think it's close, Joe, to come out of the Western Conference.
It's interesting how the dynamic of power has shifted from east to west and back. Bill Ryder, we appreciate you as always. All right, here's a look at the road ahead for Phoenix. They will be without the services of Kevin Durant again for at least the next 2 weeks, at which time he will be re-evaluated for that left ankle sprain. They will take on a surging Kings squad who will appear in the playoffs for the first time in 16 seasons. Then they get the Warriors out west for taking on the Bucks and Magic at home.